I want to be like, hey kids, look at this bird crap and then see the money roll in. Yeah. The geese spent the entire winter pooping on this field. I was so confused when the marine bio teacher asked for my help. I mean, that's fine. I mean, I feel like that's, you know, that's so funny though. Hey, it's Kira. How are you doing? These are, I always forget. They're four zeros, so I believe they're 1.25 millimeter. They are 1.25 millimeter. So they are, yeah, they are super tiny. I'm making this hat for this guy. I have some 5 zeros I have yet to use. Okay, yeah, I have up to 6 0, I think. I don't think I have any 7 0. I have to check my stash, but yeah. Yeah, the 6 is the finest that I have. I rarely use them. I usually use them, or I would use them for, like either thread or, I have some wool webbing. I would use it for that. They're fun. They're fun. They can be frustrating though. Like while I was working with this, I was kind of like, oh, this yarn is so fiddly. This yarn is so splitty. No, it's just the needles. They're fine. Happy Friday, by the way. Hey, Stitches. Happy Friday. How are you doing? And to think I was teased at my knitting group this morning for using a set of US ones for a cabled hat. Well, no, I mean US ones. I mean, that's what I use for my socks. Actually, I use 1.5s. So, but yeah, that's so funny. They were teased. I think maybe it's because it's a cabled hat. That must be like some fine cables, Kim. I did some micro crochet earlier today. I get it. Oh, I bet. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I have some really tiny crochet hooks too. I don't use those as frequently. But, and they were inherited. So my grandmother, who did a lot of lace crocheting, gave them to me. Or no, okay. When she had passed away, they were passed down to me. Having burritos for dinner. That sounds awesome, by the way. I love burritos. I have not had a good burrito in a very long time. Oh, and there is a Tex-Mex place that opened up not far from us. Casmer. We should maybe go out of our way to check that place out. Yeah, see that would have to block out, but I'm not really going to block it, I don't think. Now, it's more than anything less than a US 6 is small for that group. That's so funny. That is so, so funny. Well, here's the thing. Like, when I first started knitting, or really getting into knitting, because I learned in the mid to late 90s, but then I really got into it into the early 2000s. I would say... like even sock knitters were using like 3s. Like everything was just chunky or what was in trend, I mean. What was trendy at the time were chunky needle weights. All right, so now I am combining the last 2 knit stitches into one. Same with my age group, Chem. I'm like, that's huge. Yeah. That's so funny. Do they all use worsted weight or thicker? Yeah, Cam, do they, I'm assuming, yeah, that they use a heavier weight? They probably are, well, I guess they, yeah, I don't know. Okay, Star. Back. GF is too cute. She is. She is very cute. She was very cute last night. She was curled up next to you. She had calmed down pretty fast. Yeah, pretty much. Not to be ageist, but they are all retired, and the smaller needles and finer yarn are harder for most of them to use comfortably. No, that's understandable. Yeah, that's totally understandable. I would say my grandmother really, like, did some really fine work. She did cut out knitting in her later years. Like, she taught me to knit. This was a number of years before she had passed away. But, I would say she was primarily a crocheter, when she was teaching me. And I think just, like, she was used to knitting with finer yarns and such, smaller needles. Okay, so I don't know if anyone's heard this. I don't know what pattern I was making, and they said that when they do a slip knit, they only slip the one, reverse it, and then put it back on the other needle, but not the second one, and it gives them a smoother decrease. And I'm seeing that. I'm totally seeing that here, where these obvious increases. Oh, come on. What are you doing? Well, I guess it's not going to work for me. Anyway, they're pretty obvious. My focus is not... Yeah, it's being a jerk. Which means I fiddled with it when I was setting up. Oh well. Oh well. But all of the decreases after that. I think it's the faces in the back. Yeah, no. It's not changing. It's fine. It's alright. Yeah. I mean, yeah. No, my camera is pretty sensitive when it comes to when I'm setting up. I will occasionally, usually when I set up, before I refocus, I turn the camera off and then turn it back on, and then focus it a little closer to the table. If I like fiddle with the camera, there's a button or a setting that I hit that's really easy to hit. And then I'm like lost on how to to fix it. I just forgot to turn off the camera and turn it back on. If that makes sense. It probably doesn't, but I'm doing my best, man. Doing my best. But anyway, just trust me. The decreases are less noticeable. I finished knitting the hat I started last week. Okay. Oh, very cool. Very, very. I saw. Okay. Yes. When I was opening Discord, I saw that you were blocking it. Yeah. In about a half hour. I don't know. I mean, how's everyone feel about, I don't know, between 7:45 and 8 o'clock, we'll go into Discord.